history is written in a biased manner.
Arnab, with your
That
kind
is
permission,
exactly the bottom
may I
line
be allowed
of
to
today's
come in?
discussion. Sorry,
Arnab, I would just like to come in. I've heard everybody very patiently.
Yes.
And I would just like to, Abhiruk, I would just like to bring to your notice that so much of who we are as a people, as a civilization, is to do with our conditioning. And you would like to agree with me that a whole lot of that conditioning happens by virtue of what we study in our history books. While we know 2nd of October as Gandhi Jayanti and 14th of November as Children's Day, and how Nehru loved his roses, sherwanis and children, how come we've missed out 23rd January all these years? How come, Subhash Chandra Bose is a fleeting glimpse in our history books? How come Delhi Sultanate and, Qutbuddin Aibak and Iltutmish and the details of the slave dynasty, and of course, Aurangzeb the austere and Shah Jahan and Babur, and I don't mean to say at all that the sins of Gauri or Timur or should be ever laid on the Indian Muslims of today. Not at all. Because I'm a proud Indian citizen and I'm a proud Indian Muslim too. So do not at all confuse with that. Not that I mean at all to say that the sins of any of these conquerors should be laid at the door of the Indian Muslims of today. But we have to be honest, because that is politics. And such is the level of conditioning that Mr. Chaudhary and you do not even realize that we've been conditioned to look at history a certain way. While we do not know about Vijayanagar, we do not know about Gondwana, we do not know about Suhail Dev, only much later did I come to know. And and not just that, Arnab, let me finish. Cholas, Chalukyas as dynasty, Saptavanas, there were just brief mentions of these. And it seems that history has not been written by the victors. Like we were a nation of losers, we kept losing out. And you must read about Motilal Vora's pact. And he stood for dominion status as opposed to Subhash Chandra Bose, who stood for Purna Swaraj. You must read the Gandhi-Irwin Pact, which was rejected by Netaji Swaraj Bose. Why did I not read that? I'm an avid... So these are important facts.
Important points.
And obviously you do not know, you don't even realize you've been seduced by conditioning of this kind.
No, I think
Arnab, these are very important points. I learned of these much later.
Yeah,
in fact, if I may, Arnab,
can I
give me a moment here, please. If you may give me a moment here, just to add on to what... Yeah. I remember one small incident. My wife was in Washington, D.C. and there is one museum called as Smithsonian Museum or some, I'm not able to remember the name. Yeah, correct. There, the Americans have displayed the history of how blacks were tied to a ship, how the slaves were transported, sold. And she narrated me an incident that how one black lady traveling somewhere from Africa had, entered the museum and she started crying.
Yeah.
Now I am asking, where is a similar museum in India? By embracing the past the way it is, it does not mean that there has to be an attack on Indian Muslims today. No, definitely not. No. All Indian Muslims are our brothers today. We are with them in good times, in bad times.
Absolutely.
But having a correct narrative of the history,
wonderful. Wait, Chetan.
That is what matters.
Wait, Chetan. This is a fantastic debate, and to that I add one line. I think there has been an insecurity or maybe a political bias, which is why all the revolutionary nationalists, and I repeat my word, revolutionary nationalists of India, not revolutionary terrorists, as Bipin Chandra calls them, the revolutionary nationalists of India, like Damodar Hari Chapekar, Balakrishna Hari Chapekar, the Chapekar brothers of Pune, the Chapekar brothers of Pune, who launched a revolution against the British soldiers and took revenge for the atrocities committed by the British, find absolutely no mention. And if somebody tells me that is regional history and national history, I will contest it. See, Riju, I think what is happening today...
How do we decide which narrative gets prominence into our school textbooks? How do we decide? How can we fit thousands of different narratives into one book?
Respond. No, I'll give you a response. Can I? Before I bring in Riju, I ask you, why should nationalists not be recognized? Why should Aurobindo not be recognized? Why should we not celebrate the heroics of others? Why should Senapati Bapat not be recognized nationally? Why should Veer Savarkar, who chronicled the 1857 as the first war of Indian independence, not be nationalized? I would argue, Riju, that so far they have been they have been kept away because there's a discomfort that the fact that they were not part of the what was called the moderate Congress thinking at that time, who were glamorized. Riju. In fact, I would say, why should Bal Gangadhar Tilak, why should